talking about the devil himself. How do you know that? Because it mentions about the 10 horns and the crown, 7 heads, 10 horns, and crowns on his head and all that. Read that again.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, the great red dragon.
Red signified that they're Edomites, because the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Go ahead.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns.
That's talking about the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
And 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven.
The stars of heaven, when you jump back to the first verse, it said the woman had 12 stars above her head, right? And the moon under her feet, right? So we know that the 12 represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Now I mentioned 3. So what does the 3 represent? Where's the rest of the other 9? The 3 represent Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Go ahead.
Yep.
That's history.
That's history, man. In order for you to understand these breakdowns, you got to go back into the history. You got to be a historian. And when you read certain words, you got to know the etymology of the word. If you don't know about root words, if you don't know Latin, if you don't know Greek, if you don't know Hebrew, all right, then you're lost. You can't break these scriptures down. You come across the word in Acts 12, Easter, or you think they were passing out Easter eggs, man. Go ahead. And that's why these guys are not on the streets. Like, they tried it. They tried it, try it, you might like it. Well, they tried it, they didn't like it, We tried it, didn't like it, but we did it any goddamn way until we started liking it. Because we look forward, better way, we look forward to coming out here, man.
We like
all during the week, in the back of your, whatever you're doing, with a job, you're thinking about the topic that you're gonna speak on. Something come in your head, you see something on the news, oh, I'm gonna speak on that. And I can't wait until, the weekend comes so I can speak on it, man. Go ahead.
And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth.
And that was during the time when the Roman Empire came into power and took down Israel. One scripture you can go to, you don't got to go to it, Matthew's, what is that, Matthew's 11 and 10, around there. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven.
Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, because the rest of Israel was on the other side of the world. And that's also in the scriptures. Go ahead.
And did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered.
The women represent the nation of Israel. The baby that's going to be born is Yahushua, meaning he came out the nation of Israel, all right? Go ahead.
For to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with the rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto the Most High.
So from that little verse right there, 33 years went by. Go ahead.
And the child was caught up unto the Most High, and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness.
The woman is who? Israel. The woman fled into the wilderness, fled up into the mountains, fled up into different parts of Asia Minor, because there was Israelites up there. That's why you got the Byzantine Empire, all right? Fled down into Africa and fled into the western coast of Africa. And they're going to have a thing tomorrow on what's his name, Bourdain, Anthony Bourdain on CNN. He goes to different places around the world and he eats their food, right? Well, tomorrow they're going to have one on Senegal. And they were showing the food. I said, man, ain't nothing but Jake, man. Because that food was looking good, man. I said, man, my mouth started watering, man. I said, damn, I can't wait for tomorrow to see that show. And then Bourdain, he'll eat it. He'll good. He always says it's good. But when I see it, I'll see more of the spirit that confirms that those are the Israelites. So the people of Senegal, the majority of them are Israelites, man. Now, when you deal with the ISUPK, they had that one boy that Captain Zariak said, no, you can't come, you're a Hamite. Now, I believe he said he was from Ghana. Now, I know people from Ghana. They act just like Jake, man. The grown-ups have that accent and they got that Hamitic swagger, but their kids, you see their kids, man, they act just like Jake. They don't have no accent or nothing. So you can tell that they're Jake, all right? So that young kid that Cesariak said he can't come to the cookout, you can see that the way the man was talking, that guy was a Jake. And he said, I'm from Ghana. That shows you that them guys, ain't nothing deep about them guys, man.
Small in the Bible.
Yep.
And her child was
They're
caught.
holding certain Israelites from coming into the kingdom. He could have been one of the elect.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
And her child was caught up unto the Most High and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, which she had prepared.
Ultimately, that's talking about Africa, and it's talking about going up into Asia Minor, because you had Jakes all up there. Go ahead.
Where she had a place prepared of the Most High, that they should feed her there.
The place is talking about America, because we read about the place in Hosea, right? It's mentioned in the place where it says, you are not the people of the Most High, there shall be said that you are the sons of the living power. So that place is America. Because like I said, go to all the captivities prior to us being in America, we will also always call ourselves Israelites. This is the only captivity that we call ourselves Negroes or African Americans or, you know, Ecuadorians, which means water. Ecuadorians mean the water people, man. Ain't no such Mexicans. That's like a herb or something. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
And see these guys in the black conscious community, right? When they do their little shows, you got a lot of Israelites kind of challenging them back and forth, and every time they talk, they get cornered. Now, I don't know if y'all saw the recent one with Shaka Amos, that individual by the name of Michael Edwards called and pretty much shook him, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he shook him. You know, he went into the whole thing, he was asking, and he said you can see that he said, oh, this guy set me up. And he went into this coin called on the coin was written Judah Copter, all right, which means Judah is conquered, and that's an actual coin. You can buy a replica of that coin for like $14. I'm gonna get that coin, man. Now, what happened was, matter of fact, look it up. Look up Judah Copter, because it's gonna tell you the history that during the time of the Flavian dynasty, all right, when they took over Judah, they knew that they were taking over Judah. And when they took over Judah and they raided the temple, all right, when the Yahushua said, when the abomination that maketh desolate enter into the holy place, then flee ye into the mountains, it was talking about that time. It was talking about Vespasian and Titus, all right? And then Domitian, who set up the Arch of Titus, man. When they took down Judah, all right, they commemorated according to the fact that they took Judah down, man.
Oh, the Arch of Titus?
The Arch of Titus, yep.
That was another commemoration.
That was another commemoration. It was called an honorary arch, which they still build them today. That's showing you that this is Rome. Go down to Washington Square Park. There's a big honorary arch, looks just like the Arch of Titus. Same thing. So these are the Romans. These are the Romans coming back. All right.
There's one in Prospect Park too.
There's a lot of them. Exactly. Yep.
All right. This is a replica of one.
But I want you to read the history too.
That's the coin. Judea Copter. You see the Roman centurion and the woman sitting down. The woman represents Israel.
They're under the palm tree.
Y'all could type that in, and you'll see it. Judea Copter, C-A-P-T-A.
Judea Copter.
Judea Copter. Yep.
Oh, that's that prophecy and we just read it earlier, where it says they took the 3 stars and cast them to the ground. That's a pictorial example of that. Because
Well, actually, when they took the 3 stars and cast it to the ground, that's when the Romans first came in. This was around the time of Julius Caesar. So that had to be around like 45 BC. All right, but that's a part of it too.
yeah, because it says that Jerusalem was basically burnt to the ground, man. Jerusalem since 70 AD. Jerusalem never recaptured its once prominence since 70 AD.
Well, it tells you in the Apocrypha that they were looking for the hope, the new hope. You know.
This is in Wikipedia, Judea Copter coinage. Judea Copter Sestertius of Vespasian struck in.
Oh, Vespasian. Now what you got to do is this is what you call research. So you see the word you don't know what's a Vespasian? What is that? You look it up, or you click on it, it's blue, and it'll send you to Vespasian, the Vespasian Caesar. All right, and he was the one that came out of the four emperors. The emperor, the year of the four emperors, he came out of that, man. Because all the other three of them, they died early. They either killed themselves or they died. All right, or got put to death.
It says struck in 71 to celebrate the victory.
Oh, wait a minute. Struck in 71. Why was it struck in 68?
Because it didn't happen.
Because it was a 3.5-year campaign, man. All right. So after they took them down, they said, you know what, we're gonna commemorate this. Even Esau does that. If they like let's say the U.S. men's soccer team go to the World Cup in 2018 and they win, they're gonna make a coin out of that because they ain't never won. All right.
It says
the World Series, the Yankees they made coins, get the commemorative coin. And when Barack Obama came into office, they made a commemorative coin of this guy, man. Go ahead.
Struck in 71 to celebrate the victory in the Jewish revolt.
But wait a minute, they're saying Shaka said the Hebrews don't exist. So who would they fight? Who the hell would they fight? Or is this one guy that changed? That one guy that changed the book. He stole it from the Kemet, put it in the Bible. That's that same guy, the 2,000-year-old man. And he came up 70 AD. Hold on, let me change the history on that. I know he beat the Picts, but let me put Judah there. So anytime them guys speak, we do more research and we corner his ass, and that's what the brother Michael Edwards did, man. He brought up that coin, man, and it got hot, then it got cut.
Yeah.
You know?
As soon as because he was just getting warmed up.
And then when you go into the comment board, people were saying Shaka got body.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It says the legend.
Shaka he want to debate everybody. He don't want to debate my man. I don't know the dude. I've seen him before, but he knows that history. So I got to give him credit, man. All right?
It says the legend.
And when he was going into the Septuagint, I knew about everything they were talking about. I knew about it. Not that I'm versed in it, because that's history. I'm not. See what happened back at One West Area. We used to have to read the regular Bible, this book, and the Apocrypha and the Josephus. To me, I'm not going to push that Josephus. If you want to get into the Josephus, you get into the Josephus. And by the way, Josephus, Flavius Josephus, lived during that time, and he wrote the whole account down. He was almost like an Uncle Tom. The Romans liked him and said, look, you can write the record down. He wrote the record down, man. But you don't got to go all into that, man. If you want to go into it for the history's sake, you can go all into it, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says the legend on the reverse says Judea Capta. Judea conquered.
And like I said, hopefully next week or 2 weeks from now, I'm going to actually get the coin, the replica of the actual coin. All right?
It says Judea Capta coins were a series.
That's going to be the new thing.
It says.
I'm going to have that, there it goes. That's going to be the new thing. I'm going to have that. I'm not going to show you a picture. I'm going to have the actual coin. And everybody going to want to get that coin.
It says Judea Capta coins.
All you brothers there, let me show you.
Just show you the coin.
Let me show you this coin right here, brother.
Coinage. It says Judea Capta coins were a series of commemorative.
And the 2,000-year-old man didn't go and draw a coin. This is an actual coin, man.
It says Judea Capta coins.
I used to know this guy that was a coin collector, coin seller, and he showed me coins, man. He showed me coins going back to Hannibal the Great, Hannibal Barca. All right. He actually said, look, this is an actual. I got the coin. He'll go back to the time of Yahweh Shai and show you coins, man. He said, well, this coin right here costs you $1,000. And it will be in the case. You couldn't touch it, man. Go ahead.
It says Judea Capta coins were a series of commemorative coins originally issued by the Roman Emperor Vespasian to celebrate the capture of Judea and the destruction of the Jewish Second Temple.
But the Israelites never existed.
Yep.
You can't say that you're a historian and you can't cut out history. You can't say, just like somebody write a book on the history of Manhattan from the years 1960 to 2016, but they leave out the World Trade Center. So according to you, the World Trade Center is still there.